Some women don't chase, and yet they are never forgotten. They do not plead for affection, nor barter for fragments of attention. They vanish into the quiet, and in that quiet they become impossible to erase. He feels her absence before he understands it. A hollow forms where her laughter used to linger. At first he calls it peace, freedom, even, but Jung knew the truth. The psyche resists the loss of its projections. And she was never merely a woman in his life. She was the mirror in which his hidden self appeared. First psychological turn. When she steps back, she dismantles the stage upon which his ego performed. Every word unspoken, every glance withheld, becomes a shadow against the walls of his mind. This is not cruelty, this is gravity. It is the force that pulls his unconscious to the surface, dragging with it the animus and the anima, forcing him to see the hunger beneath his confidence, the wound beneath his desire. Second psychological turn. The more she retreats, the louder his mind speaks. Silence becomes an uninvited therapist, revealing the truths he avoided when she was near. Her distance ignites the ancient fire of pursuit, the masculine instinct to conquer what cannot be claimed. But the chase is no longer about love. It is about the restoration of self-image. She is no longer a woman to him. She is the key to an unfinished sentence in his soul. Third, psychological turn. And yet she does not move toward him. Her stillness is not a tactic, but a transformation. She is practicing the most dangerous form of self-possession, individuation. Jung spoke of it as the soul's journey toward wholeness. The woman who withdraws is not withholding affection. She is reclaiming the fragments of herself she scattered while loving him. She no longer feeds on the currency of his attention. She has learned the currency of her own silence. Symbolic imagery. Imagine her like a candle removed from a dark room. Suddenly, the man must sit in his own shadows without her light. The outlines of his unhealed places stretch and distort. The warmth he once took for granted is gone, and he realizes he is not chasing her body. He is chasing the comfort of not having to face himself. Fourth psychological turn, emotional peak. And here lies the paradox. When she ignored his pull, she became the center of his thoughts. When she loved him without condition, he wandered. When she stood still, he ran toward her in dreams. This is not magic. It is the ego's desperate revolt against rejection. It is the trauma bond reawakened, the mind's refusal to release what it cannot control. Transition to empowerment, but the archetypal feminine, the one who knows her worth, does not return simply because she is missed. Her silence is not an invitation. It is a boundary drawn in the sand of the soul. She has learned that overgiving starves the spirit, while detachment nourishes it. She lets him wrestle with his shadows, knowing that true love is not born from dependence, but from two whole beings meeting without the need to consume each other. Closing cinematic fade. One day, he may understand what her silence taught him, or he may not, but she will not wait for his awakening. She has stepped into the realm where her value is not defined by being wanted, but by being whole. And so, the woman who walks away in silence isn't weak. She simply sees more.